In this video, let's take a look at how we can create your first automation scripts with WebdriverIO. If you're new here, consider clicking on the subscribe button. It helps me out massively as well as keeps you notified. Alright, so there are two different ways in which you can create the WebdriverIO automation scripts. One is the standalone mode and the other one is the WDIO runner mode. So standalone mode just has the WebdriverIO library. You'll have to do everything else by yourself, like a reporter or a framework or everything else you need to kind of design by yourself. And it is also written in asynchronous way. So if you need a synchronized way of scripting, then you will have to do it all by yourself. On the other hand, there is the WebdriverIO runner mode where you get the complete product. So WebdriverIO team has put together quite a few libraries in place. For example, if you take a look at the list of libraries that is present with the local runner mode, so you can see you have a CLI, you have a sync, you have local runner, and the Chrome driver. All these libraries will have to be used to ensure you can create in a easier and a smooth manner. And also you can make use of other libraries like Allure report or Typescript if you are using Typescript as your scripting language. So all these things put together makes your scripting a bit more easier. Alright, let's take a look at how we can automate scripts using standalone mode. So I'm inside this folder first script. So all I will do is like npm install WebdriverIO. So that's all I would be needing. Once this particular package is being installed, I would create a sample.js file. We can go ahead and create that particular file. So let's put in sample.js. And inside this particular file, I have some scripts that has been copied over from the WebdriverIO site, which they have given for us to understand how standalone mode works. So all we do here is just use the WebdriverIO package that we have installed, and then we have the configuration here. So inside this configuration, all we say is it should use Chrome, and the log level is trace. You can put it to silent or whatever choice you need, and then everything that you have to do will be in asynchronous mode. So that is all the script. So we just go to DuckDuckGo and then search on a particular value. So once this is done, it's pasted. So now what we do is go to node and then sample. So all we have to do is this. Once this is executed, you can see that the browser has launched, and also we have searched a particular value, WebdriverIO, and then the script closes. You can see that the reporting is not to the way one would like. And also if somebody has a team of a lot of people, you wouldn't expect with no standards you can maintain this code in a easily readable manner. Whereas if you are a single person, you don't want worry about all this structures and stuff, you can proceed with the standalone mode by in a asynchronous way. So now let's take a look at how we can use the Testrunner mode. In Testrunner mode, there are two ways of approaching this. So I'll show the hard way first and the easy way at the end. So whichever way you like, you can get started. If you're a beginner with no knowledge, I would recommend to use the way at the end. And if you have some sort of idea, then I would recommend you to follow this approach that I'm going to do now. So what we'll do is like we'll create from scratch. So let's put npm init-y. So this will create our package.json with all the values that I need. Then what I'll do is like I'll install all the dependencies by myself. So I will not be taking help of any of the helper files. So it'll be WDIO CLI. So we'll need CLI for the command line interface. Then you need WDIO sync. That will help us write a synchronous way of coding. Then the runner has to be local, so that's something that we need for us to run our scripts. Then we also need a reporter, so we can just use the dot reporter that we have customized for WebdriverIO, and also the Mocha framework. That's what I'm trying to use. So we need a framework. You can use any framework. For example, I'll use this Mocha framework as an example here. So these names has to be very correct, else those packages will not be able to be downloaded. So we have all those libraries that we need. We also need a few more. For example, we need a Chrome driver. So Chrome driver is the one that facilitates the communication. We also need a WDIO Chrome driver service, so that is also necessary. Once that is being provided, then we also are planning to run it in TypeScript. So let's install TypeScript and TS Node. So this is all the list of libraries that you need for you to get started. So let's give it enter. Then all the versions that we have to install will be done one by one. So now we have all the necessary packages installed. So as a next step, we need to create three different files. So one is the configuration file. So we can create a wdio.conf.ts. So this is the configuration file which will control everything that you have to talk to WebdriverIO. So WebdriverIO would understand only whatever is given inside this particular file. And the next one is the TypeScript config file. So tsconfig.json. So this is a file which will control how TypeScript works. So if you have to talk to the TypeScript libraries, you'll have to talk through this particular JSON file. And the next one is just the scripts location. So we can put in tests, and then inside tests you can just create one more file. So basically you can put in touch/tests, and inside that you can now put in a sample.ts. So what will happen is that you have three different files. So WDIO config.ts will have the communication to WebdriverIO taken care of. TS config will have the communication to the TypeScript libraries taken care of. Then whatever automation scripts that you need to do will have to be present inside the sample.ts. So now we have the basic framework ready. Let's move on to the next step. First, let's take a look at the configuration file. So the configuration file has to be starting with the exports.config statement, and all those other settings will have to be present inside this. So first one, let's start with the runner. So runner would be a local runner. So we don't want to run anywhere else. So let's put in local runner. Then you'll have to put in the location for the specs. So that can be given inside a square bracket, and whatever path that we are planning to do, that we are putting inside the tests. So tests is the location that we have, and I can put in ** and anything that matches .ts functionality. So this will be our specs, where our spec files will be located. Then let's go to capabilities. So capabilities is where we define about what type of browser to use, and all the browser capabilities will be defined here. So here you can just go with just a basic setting, for example browser name. So you can go, there is so many options that you can give here. Let's restrict to Chrome for now. Let's get on with the other details in a separate video. And the next one would be framework. So what framework are we planning to use? So that will be Mocha. Mocha is the framework that we are planning. So let's put in Mocha. Then we need the reporter as well. So reporter would be dot. So we need dot reporter to show our results in the dot reporter format. Finally, we need the service. So services would be Chrome driver. You can use Selenium standalone as well. So that is something which will also work. But since we have installed a Chrome driver, let's go with that. This is all one would need for the configuration to be set up. And since we are using TypeScript, we have this autocompile options, which I have just copy pasted. So autocompile options will have autocompile true, TS node with some configuration path where we can refer this config file and stuff. Okay, let's now take a look at the TypeScript configuration that is needed. So I have just copy pasted what they have provided with some additions here and there based on their MSL. Apart from that, everything remains the same. Even in the TS config file, you'll have to include where you have placed your spec files. So what it does is that if you have mapped it correctly, then the type check will happen on these files. And these are all the list of types that we are checking for. For example, any Mocha related definition will be checked if it is matching or not, expect will be done, WebdriverIO sync will be done, and also all the WebdriverIO commands will by default be type checked. So all these things will happen. So this is a basic thing that you can do with tsconfig. So depending upon what is your need, you can change whatever you want. Now let's take a look at the automation scripts. I have created a simple test case. So what it does is describe is a part of Mocha. So if I go ahead and change this to something else, because we have TypeScript referenced, it will straight away say that we can't find anything there, and we just have to put in describe, then that is it. So you will have the definition pointing out. So it's a part of the Mocha suite function. So it's something, the IntelliSense comes from the TypeScript configuration that we did. So it is also a part of Mocha, and if you go ahead and see the browser, it comes from the WebdriverIO.browser functionality. So this is a browser object, and we are asking it to navigate to this URL, and then we have used XPath to identify the username, and then we enter the value Tom Smith and enter the password as superscript, and we just click on it. So this is all we are trying to do. We are not doing anything fancy. So this way we have one script which we can try to execute. To run the automation scripts, all you have to do is like npx WDIO run, and then put in that WDIO config.ts. So you can just type on tab after entering the first two, it will auto populate, and if you tap on it, then what happens is this goes to the WDIO configuration file, and inside the configuration file, as I explained earlier, we had all the details configured in terms of where the spec file is, and if suppose you keep the spec file somewhere else, it won't be able to understand that, because this is where the entire control lies. So this is the detailed way of how you can run your first automation script with some understanding. So now let's take a look at how we can do all this again with a simple and easier approach. Okay, so I'm inside this master folder. I've created a new folder called the second approach. So let's go inside that. And the moment you go in, all you have to do is npm init-y. So this will create our package.json as usual, what we did previously as well. So this you need to do, because this is where you kind of say what all things that you need to have. And once you have done that, you just have to install one thing. You don't have to worry about installing all the other associated libraries. So this WDIO CLI, which is the command line interface, provides you the option to access the configurator. So that configurator is where you can choose in a simple drop down. You need not worry about installing in package.json, going to the configuration file, and then mapping it correctly with the correct names. So all these things you don't have to worry about. WebdriverIO team has made our job simple by providing us with all these values, and what you have to do is just put in npx WDIO config. And if I put -y, by default what happens is that it chooses all the values that you want to take. For example, it has to be in the local runner, and it will use the Mocha framework, spec reporter, Chrome driver service with WebdriverIO sync in Chrome driver. So these are all the things that by default is necessary for one to go ahead with writing the scripts. So what we'll see after this download is complete is that inside the second approach folder, you will see that there is WDIO config.js, and also inside the test you will see that there is a example.js with some scripts that is auto populated by default. And also you will see that it's in page object model, so that is the preferred way. And inside the configuration file you will see all those values given by default. You don't have to worry about creating a separate file by yourself. So the WebdriverIO team will help you do that inside this. Okay, so if you have to run this particular script, all you have to put it this particular command, then straight away you can see that you will be able to launch the script and then perform that particular test. So that particular test will just launch this browser and then log into the same URL that we did, and then gives us the report. So you can see that this script is passed. So this is much easier. but for you to understand each and every step, and also this is not using TypeScript. I intentionally did that so that I'll show how we can reconfigure it for the second time. Okay, so this is like a very easy way. So now let's put in one more time WDIO config, and then I will go through it one by one manually. So once you do this, you are given an option to run or choose what you want, as I said in the drop down mode. So if you wanted to run it in the local mode, then what framework to use, I'll put in Mocha. Do you want it to use in synchronous or asynchronous? I'll put in synchronous. Do you want TypeScript? Yes, I want TypeScript. And then where is the spec files located? So we'll put it as same thing, star.ts. If you want to change, you can put it as something else. For example, if you want to put it as .js files, for example. So it's inside tests, and inside a test you have specs, and inside specs I want to run all JS files, right? So this is all you have to do. So once you give that particular location like that, then it will put that particular value inside the configuration when it is being created. Do you want some scripts to be generated? Yes, I want. And you want the page object model? Yes, I want it to be in page object model. And where is it located? Yes, it is inside located in that particular location. Yeah. So then it will ask you for what type of reporter. There is quite a few options that you can choose from. So let's go with the basic spec reporter, and then where to run: Chrome driver or Selenium, standalone, Docker, or any other cloud providers like SOS or anything like that. So let's go with the basic stuff. And what you can do is, what you can see is that, so it will reinstall the package.json as well as the node modules, and it will automatically rewrite the WDIO config file. And then what you can see there is that all those changes that we wanted, you see that you wanted to run it inside the TypeScript file, and then all those values will be created. So test is what we had for the JS, so I had put it as tests, so that is why it has created a new folder and all those things are there. So now if you go to config file, it will still show test dot it will show tests, because that is what we have provided, right? So yeah, let's try to run now. So npx WDIO configuration.js. So once you try to run, you can see that nothing has run, because what we did was to find inside test specs star.js, but what the file that we had was a ts file. So let's go and change it to ts, and what you have to do is run it again. And once you do that, by default what happens, you will be able to see the script running up. So this is how you configure your automation scripts for you to make use of WebdriverIO. So it's very simple. So if you are not having a lot of time, you can follow the approach that I did last. Or if you want to have dig deep on each and everything in particular, for example, each of this particular configuration file, you can compare to what we have created. So this particular configuration file had very limited options. So we see that there is runner spec capabilities, but if you see that it is going to be the same but with a detailed explanation. So runner is local. Here you can see that if you want to include some spec files, exclude some spec files, if you want to have multiple instances of the scripts running, multiple browsers, everything has been given with an example for you to explore. So once you explore all these things, and then you can kind of customize it to how you want. So this is how you create your first script with WebdriverIO. I hope you had a good understanding of what are all the options available. If you have any questions, put in a comment below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. If you like this video, go ahead and check out my other videos that I have done. Hopefully you'll find something useful. Thank you.